Are you struggling to find peace? Are you struggling to find joy? Have you had a traumatic experience within the last 9 months? Are you tired, doubting life, finding no meaning or purpose on going forward? If you are experiencing these things, keep watching. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just want to give a quick shout out to that crazy chick doing that little commercial skit thing before this introduction. Yeah, she just wanted a little bit of camera time, so I gave it to her. Clap it up for her. So, in this video, I'll be talking about how you can find peace and joy in 2020. It is very much so still possible. It may not seem like it, but trust me, if you're still here at this very point in the year, you've made it through some crazy things. And I'm promising you right now that if you are looking for joy, that you're looking for peace, the things that I'm going to tell you today are going to help you do exactly that, no matter how bad the year has been. But before we get into the good stuff, if you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, do push the subscribe button. Don't forget to push that notification bell while you're at it. And also give this video a thumbs up. Okay, now that that's out the way, let's get into the good stuff. Of course, you know sis got a bunch of notes to share, so we're gonna get right into it so we don't miss anything. The first thing that I wrote down when I had a brainstorming of what I did to find joy and peace, because this is actually a journey I found myself on throughout this year, the beginning of this year, the end of last year. It didn't just start in 2020, but it definitely progressed and heightened in 2020 for me. So one of the first things I learned to do, and the first things that will help you out greatly, is to accept the things that are out of your control. Now, I'm not telling you to settle for less, but don't be pressed about reality. You know what I'm saying? We can't go back to 2019, and we can't skip ahead to 2021. That's just kind of our reality as human beings. When you accept what is your current situation and what is the current thing that's happening in your life right now, it helps you properly adjust so that you can move in a better direction. Things won't always go your way, and gaining clarity and understanding of this can help you live a very peaceful life. Next on my list is do not compare yourselves to others. Comparison is actually a thief of joy, so stay away from it. What happens is, while we're busy comparing ourselves to others, we have no time to find the beauty in our own life. We'll be on this consistent and unsatisfied journey to be like someone else, or unsatisfied because we're not like someone else. One of the biggest joys in life is that we are different, and we all have differences that make us unique. Another way you can find a little bit of peace, which is one of my favorite ways, is to spend some time alone or have a quiet time. Sometimes it may be scary to be alone, but a lot of the time it's exactly what we need. It's important to step away from the crowd and the loudness of the world to refresh, renew, and recharge ourselves. A moment of stillness or a time of solitude is highly recommended if you're already feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling kind of pressured. I, for one, have learned to appreciate my alone times and my quiet times. I like to spend every morning watching the sunrise, and it might sound kind of nerdy or corny, but I love doing that because seeing the sunrise gives me a sense of newness, gives me a sense of hope, gives me a sense of renewal, and I like to spend my time in devotion and in worship to God at that time. So I find that, I mean, if you don't want to be like me and wake up at 6:30 in the morning or stay up all night just to see the sunrise, that's fine. I find joy in seeing the sunrise because seeing the sunrise means a new day. And a new day is perfect for a second chance at life, doing things new, trying to do things again, starting over. It's really refreshing, and it's very peaceful even when you get to see it up close and personal. So I would really recommend you try that. Which also leads me to my next point, and that is to be grateful for what you do have. When you wake up in the morning, be grateful that you did. So many people make plans for tomorrow and don't even make it to see tomorrow. So when you wake up, make a list of at least 5 things that you're grateful to have, and focus on them all day. Don't focus on what you don't have, because even when you think you're lacking something, you still have more than the next person. So be grateful for what you have. The next point I want to make on my list is to give to others. Giving to others can be uplifting and refreshing to you and to those you're giving to. Bringing joy through giving to other people, whether it be money, clothes, food, help, your service, or just a listening ear, some encouraging words, can be very rewarding. Giving to others still allows you to receive that same joy that you gave to somebody else through your giving. I know for me, I find myself more happy seeing the joy that I give someone else, or knowing that I helped someone that really needed it. Which leads me right into my next one, which is to keep your thoughts in check. Keep the negative thoughts away. Our minds are like sponges, so they absorb just about everything, whether it be good or bad. Sometimes, certain thoughts seem to come out of nowhere, and you're like, wait, why did I just think that? Sometimes you get certain images and thoughts, or even have certain memories that you just can't get out of your mind. Make sure that when you have these strange and negative thoughts, that you check them immediately. Do not give them time to fester or take root into your mind. A fun way I like to do this is daily affirmations. I like writing down some things. Specifically for me, the way that God describes me, the way God sees me, I write down these things and I repeat them back to myself every single day. You can find any positive things about yourself, write them down and post them on your wall or stick them in a notebook, and just kind of read these things when you're feeling challenged or when you're feeling a little bit of negative energy that you don't know where it came from. The last things I'm going to talk about is being intentional about change and letting go. Be serious and intentional about finding your joy and your peace. Get serious about even protecting that. It's a very valuable thing. When we're at a very harsh time or a very lowly phase of our lives, it can be tempting to stay there and just kind of dwell in the negativity or the hardship that you're facing. But do not be deceived. Your life is not meant to be lived in the lowest moments of your life forever. And that's why we have to learn how to let go. Let go of the things that have already taken place. When you keep taking the things that have already happened and putting it in front of you, you're taking up the space for the things that have yet to come. And some of your best blessings, the greatest days of your life, are ahead of you. So don't block these things or take up the space of these days with the space of the days that are behind you. Getting stuck on things that have already happened will rob you of the blessings of your future. Your peace and your joy are not behind you. They are a blessing of your future, and they are very much so in front of you. Take a move forward. Keep moving forward, and that's where your peace and your joy is. And last on my list, because you know how I am, ask God for it. One of the best ways that I received peace and I received joy was simply by asking God for it. When I was going through a hard time, I would often just say, God, I'm going through a hard time. I don't like this, and please give me your peace. Please give me your joy. Because one thing about the joy of the Lord is that it's always, it's everlasting. So wherever He is, that's where joy is. Wherever God is, that's where peace is. Peace and joy found in other places can sometimes come and go because everything of this world is temporary, but God is forever. So when you find your peace in God, when you find your joy in God, it will always be there. Even when you go through a hard time, even when you go through difficulties, you can always remember and have hope that when you go to God, whether it be in prayer and worship, know that peace and joy always is with God, and that if you're with God, peace and joy can't be far from you. And I didn't write this down, but just remember you're human. You're going to experience times of hardship. You're going to experience difficulties. You're going to have a season of grief and mourning. You're going to have a season of loss. You're going to have a season of just challenges all around. Sometimes your season of growth seems like it's a season of death, and it's really not. It's just you going from one level to the next. And so don't get confused. Don't be fed up completely with life because things aren't going the way you want them to go, because they haven't gone, as planned. Relax, take it easy. Your peace and your joy are within your reach, and if you try hard enough, I'm pretty sure that you will find these things and then some, because with God, anything is possible. No matter how bad the year has been, my God is greater than 2020 and the difficulties that has placed within me, or in front of me. So I am very happy to know that I can go and find peace and joy regardless of who I lost or what my life looks like now. No, it's not what I want it to be. No, I'm not where I want to be. But I can tell you right now that I have joy in my heart. Even when I don't have the things that I do want, I can go and find joy and peace in the Lord. And remembering that I'm human and that I'm going to encounter certain difficulties and challenges in life, but it doesn't mean that my life has no meaning or that it's worthless or that it's just something I should give up on, because trust me, you're going to experience your hard times, but you're going to have your seasons of good times and success and love and victory and peace and joy. And I promise you that these things that I said to you in this video can just help you get to that place, that moment of peace and joy that you generally been craving and wanting. It's more than just that quick fix. It's more than just that, I need to talk to my friend because, she makes me happy. Sometimes your friends aren't always going to be there for you. Sometimes your friends are going to betray you. This is why you have to find peace and joy within yourself. You'll feel good about yourself. You'll understand that the 9 months of craziness that we've experienced are behind us. We have 3 months left of 2020, guys. We got this. We can do this. If we made it this far, we're going to make it to 2021. And we're not going to make any promises about it because, I don't know, these years are just throwing different things at us at this point. But also know that no matter what happens, peace and joy are not something that are far from you, or something that you can never receive. Don't ever think that because of your past or because of who you are that you can't receive happiness, you can't receive joy, you can't receive love, because you can. Well guys, that's all I have to say in this video. You know, I love sharing my advice and tips with you guys, because I feel like if I made it through a hard time, I'm gonna share what I did to get out of that hard time with everyone else. So my necklace is acting up. I hope you guys like this video. I hope these tips helped you out and that you use these tips, because I guarantee you, when you put some of these tips to use, these will change your life. They change mine. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.